Three jumps from WNG. Now, this is, believe it or not, third attempt at trying to record this game because for some reason the last two times it just didn't record. I don't know what was up with that. Well, the sound of course would record, but the video not so much because the screen recorder was just acting faulty and just cutting it off way too early. Like say I would have like 10 minutes of footage recorded. I think the first time was maybe even like 12, and I guess how much is only saved. Sometimes 45 seconds. Last time I think was like a minute, and then the first time was a minute and 45 seconds. So this time I'm hoping to get all of it. I restarted the phone, and let's hope we can have a fresh start. So let's just dive into this now. Now for 3 jumps, as the game suggests, you only have 3 attempts with your jumps before something like that happens. Well, I wasn't playing too wisely actually, to tell the truth, because I was too busy ranting about all the attempts it took me to get this game recorded, and I would like the third attempt to be the lucky one, because after all, this game is called 3 jumps, so I'm hoping I can get lucky with the third. Although, truth be told, it should not actually have to take me 3 attempts to record this thing in the first place. It should have happened from the first attempt and just be done. But for some reason, I don't know, the screen recorder, like I say, and to be specific, this one is headless screen recorder. Way back in the past, I used to use a namesake app called Screen Recorder, and I think that one came from Toysoft. But this one, I believe, comes from Burning Platform, if you know them. You probably don't, because you know why? Most of y'all are on the Droid or the iOS, so I don't know if they make apps for you guys as well. If they do, cool. If they don't, then there's no need to worry, because you guys have tons of developers making tons of apps. So it's not like you're short on good quality screen recording apps. There are plenty. Well, Blackberry 10 has plenty as well for screen recording, but let's just say, I don't know, I've only really tried 2. The first one, it seemed good in its earlier days, but then the more I began to use it, it's just I found that it was doing some funky things, like with the audio, just jumping, or sometimes, I don't know, like the frames would skip or whatnot. So I don't know what's up with that. Like, I mean, this one, at first I thought it was like slower, like with the frames, when the reality was it was saving to the phone, when actually I'm saving to the SD card. Now, something about that sounds very weird, because as most of you may know, that the phone's internal storage should be faster, and it is for the most part, but in that particular circumstance, so what happened was it was, I guess, too close to the max, which is like 16 gigabytes, so that caused videos to slow down when I was recording it for the applications. But so as soon as I figured out that, okay, when I started to record to the card, that's when frame rates improved drastically. I was just like, wow. Because initially I was very blaming, oh, it must be the processor, or oh, it's the application, or the developer didn't code it properly or something. But the reality was, nah, it was just a save location. So who knew it would make that much of a difference? So for those that were in doubt about your card slot being slow at recording the frame rates or the game or just whatever, that's not actually 100% true. As long as it's actually fast and it's a genuine card, I must also stress, because sometimes people think they're buying genuine cards when they're actually fake. So be aware of where you get your cards from, because sometimes they'll look brand name and legitimate and all, but then they're fake. So buy them from reputable places like, I was gonna say something like Walmart or whatever, but then I have to remember that not everybody is necessarily familiar with certain places like, I don't know, say Walmart or whatever, but I think most people do know places like Amazon, so that shouldn't be unfamiliar to an international audience, because Amazon is international. I was gonna say eBay, but I was just like, never mind, because for eBay, yes, it's possible to get a legitimate card, but I think for most people that have actually got cards off of eBay, they turned out to be fake when they found out they weren't reading properly or formatting properly, or they were just acting awry. Okay, so now that's a long chat about card slots, and now let's get back to this game a little more now, shall we? So, now one thing to kind of take note of, but don't let it distract you too much, is the background. What about the background? Well, sometimes it changes. Like sometimes it'll go from like a mountain, sometimes you'll like see temples or like Greek or Roman architecture, so it's pretty cool. Right now we're seeing like some totem pose and whatnot. So this is, I guess, the Aboriginal theme. But we'll see other themes as time goes on. But if we don't see multiple themes, in a way, that's kind of a good thing, because if you're seeing your theme change too much, you know what that means? That means you've been dying too much. So if you're not seeing your theme change a lot, then consider that a good thing, because if it is, like I said, it means you're dying too much, and that's a bad thing. Now, another thing about this game is that there's no distance tracker. Like some of these other games, like when you're running or whatnot, they'll show how many meters or yards or whatnot you've gone. But this one, that's not the case. So I'm guessing the objective here isn't really to go as far as you can. I don't know. Except, I guess the objective is to just keep jumping and just aimlessly wander. Maybe that's the purpose. To just keep it wondrous and just aimless. Who knows? So maybe that's the nature of this game. Maybe that's the point. Now, landing on a triangle looks extremely painful. And the fact that this guy has red dripping when he jumps is questionable. I was asking myself, why is that so? Like, is that actually, no, I don't think it's blood, because if it were blood, then it might have to be rated T or M or something, so I don't think that's that. I think it's just to emphasize the jump, I suppose. Actually, yeah, you know, if anything, most likely it's just that. But still, you can't help but wonder that why does he look like he's bleeding when he jumps? And I just walked right into the triangle. Ouch. Not good. Not good at all. Those balls, I don't actually like them very much because they bounce you all over the place, and sometimes they bounce you the wrong directions. Like, okay, that one was just bouncing me down to the yellow cube, and in some circumstances they'll bounce you right into traps or spikes or other places where you're not supposed to be. Now those ropes, yeah, you have to be careful when you're on those ropes, because sometimes you can swing into the wrong places, and I ended up on a triangle. Ouch! It's so painful. Okay, so for these low triangles, I'll just keep to a single jump. I don't know why when you drop on a cube, you die, because like that makes no sense. Like, why do the cubes have to be colored? Like, are they hot or are they biting cold or something? Like, why do you die on a cube? It doesn't make sense to me. Like the triangles, that makes perfect sense, because I mean, if you were to drop on a triangle in reality, that'd be extremely painful and it would bore you. Now that sounds very gory, but it's the truth. And what's kind of comical and sadistic and gore at the same time is the fact that if that gets you, yeah, I think you know what I'm getting at. So parts of you, because that's not going to be fun. And this cube just led me right into the triangle. Ouch! My. So I'm seeing all these background changes, so you know what that means? I've been dying a lot. But don't worry, it's not like this game becomes drastically different as you. Actually, I can't really say that because I've never gone super far. Like, I think it's just and I don't know if it's accurate to say endless runner. It's a platform, we can say that. The endless runner, I don't know. Not sure if it calls. Actually, no, you're not running. You're just walking and jumping. So, and yes, you can. No, I'm not gonna say you can customize this character, but there are other playable characters which I will show if I get a game over. If I don't, then that's good. But if I do, which I probably will, because I'm not the greatest player in the world, so that's unfortunate. But you know, actually, I'm not too overly worried about being the greatest 3 jumps player, because I'm just playing for the demo, and yeah, of course, it was gonna happen. So let's go to the question mark. Oh no, okay, the question mark just shows you how many jumps you have. We all know that from the title. So let's go back and let's click on this people icon. So here we have this guy. And okay, yeah, it's showing up. So the one that is highlighted green. Wait, did I just buy him? Oh yeah, I think I did. Oh no. Oh wait, no, it says unlocked. Yeah, so I bought him. Oh my goodness. I should not have done that. I wanted to kind of save up for this guy down here. Or even, I don't know, this crazy looking cowboy. Or, I don't know what he is, or a gangster or whatever. But actually, no, I'll click on him. Yeah, the one that just highlighted green. I'd like to unlock him as well. But it looks like I just spent some coins on this guy. So whatever, I guess I'll just have to play as him because I accidentally unlocked him. So, yeah, I guess that's one thing that'll be different from the last 2 attempts, is that this time I'm playing with a different character. Although I don't see anything special or beneficial about this guy, because it's not like he jumps any higher or runs any faster or anything. Or does he jump higher? I don't know. Actually, I think it looks like he does jump a little bit higher. Or am I just imagining anything? And ouch, he landed right on the triangle. Oh my goodness, can you imagine landing right on a triangle and it just like punctures your balls? Or if you're a girl, it just bores your inside. Either way, that's extremely painful. You don't want to land on triangles, but in reality, you will not fall on a triangle unless, I don't know, you're like in some construction zone or whatever, or some kind of work site where you will see sharp triangles or objects. But even then, you should not be jumping around in such an environment, because if you are, then something is not right about that. You know, you're not supposed to be horsing around, because most of the time when you're reading the rules or during the training and whatnot, one of the first things you'll hear is no horseplay. So do not be galloping and jumping around on the work sites. Now, I think I will call it quits if I get another game over, because I'm not going anywhere. So yeah. And there goes his fancy red sunglasses, and as we can see, his eyes are white. Surprise, surprise. So now, with this being the third attempt, I will call it quits, and I cross my fingers that this third attempt will be saved. Out. It is quite ironic, and it is quite creepy. The 3 jumps took me 3 attempts to film, but that was also really annoying, and my gameplay was not too good. But despite that, did you still manage to like this video anyway? Comment, rate, like, subscribe, share, read my blog for information, and visit my Twitter page to see my latest tweets. And do not forget to also participate in the polls in the top right corner in the I circle.